Hey everybody. So it is Sunday. Cannot believe it. We're already into I can't believe, like, can you believe we're in July? I mean, who agrees with me that this summer is flying by, and who agrees with me that time seems like it's going really, really fast? So I was thinking about time, and I was thinking about, gosh, a lot of things like time and nervousness, tension. Has anybody been feeling kind of neurotic? Has anybody been feeling like not real grounded, or feeling like you're soaking everything in? So there's been a lot of anxiety that's happening, and that anxiety leads to a lot of feelings of fear, of nervousness. A lot of people not wanting to get out. They want to stay in the house, hide out, be away from people. And I've been talking all about breaking free, and I can honestly tell you that it is not easy, because in a perfect world, we're around people who, think the way we do, like the things that we like. But it's not always that way, because usually in a really perfect world, I'm going to say it again because this world is perfect if we really want to take that to a core level, usually we draw the opposite. We draw what we need to see in ourselves, because it's all about balance. And I know for me, I have, I really think about the things with what is it that I accept, and what is it that I will not accept. And I will tell you, I accept a lot of things, but the one thing that I do not accept is people who in my life who like to talk behind my back, or like they can't just tell me how they feel to my face, because I'm a person that I'm pretty straight up that way. I am. Get myself in trouble, but at least I don't think I should get in trouble, because I'm a person who will be honest. And then I'm also a person that I don't, it's like, can we just clear the air and get over this? But I always seem to find out when something is said about me. It always comes back to me. And I can honestly tell you, I have been really feeling limited in my ability to understand why someone would talk behind my back, especially when it's the person that should be closest to me. So I've decided, and I because transparency is really important to me, I've decided that I'm going to do besides just doing the vibe and mantra, I'm going to do a reality type thing here, because why not be transparent? And if you can see any place in my life that you think that I can improve, if I create things that maybe that's the reason I'm getting frustrated, I'm all for it. And if you're a life coach, or you are a person that works in any way with healing, things like that, I would be so interested in hearing what you have to offer, and just actually being the best person that I can be. I've been really working on my frequency, and I have moved through clearing out my system, but now I'm finding that, as you look for triggers, so when you find yourself going towards things that aren't good for you, I'm noticing that I'm getting triggered still. And the trigger has to do with things that are going on in my own home, in my own relationship. And it's not making sense to me, there's a lot that doesn't make sense to me. For instance, I'm a hard worker, and I am about taking a vacation, doing things, but I don't see spending money when you don't, when you have to, if you've got a credit card and you've got interest, and I can't comprehend spending money when you owe money. And I can honestly say that there's this thing that I will just say, and that a person in my life likes to go a certain place, and I understand the reason for going, but I do not understand why we would go when, we're selling our house, trying to save money, and really trying to, I'm trying to improve on things, and I'm the one that works full time, and in 5 months out of the year that this other person works, and I just think that during the time that they're working, they should not take off work. They should work when they can work. And then I feel like a big bad jerk, because it's like I'm saying no, and yet I'm not gonna really say no, because to be honest with you, I'll just say go, but it's just not cool. I don't think it's cool. And that's where, I notice that I've got to stop being a caretaker, because I am very much a caretaker, and I think it's just assumed that it's like a parent-child relationship. So how do you change that? How do you change that? Especially when you set things up that way. That's a great question. Now, I have been looking at astrology, and I've been paying attention to what Chiron does, and they say Chiron, the planet Chiron, and you can actually Google what is my Chiron. The planet Chiron is our challenge. So I have Chiron in Pisces, and that is the wounded healer, and it's a person like me. I'm very sensitive. I don't do well with scary movies, because I feel deeply. I can't let go of those feelings, or just harshness with people. Very, very sensitive, and I am not judging people. I just notice that I take a lot of that in my body. So I'm really learning to put a big bubble around me, and I want to thank my friend Chris for that. He's taught me a lot. Chris Burford, he's got a great book too, a lot about barriers and boundaries. He's a Scorpio, I'm an Aquarius. But this other person has Chiron in, let me see, Aries. So it's all about being accepted, being acknowledged. And I knew that. I didn't even know they had Chiron in Aries, but I knew that that was an issue, just hearing all about childhood things and that. I'm not going to say who this person is. You might think you know who it is, but I'll bet you don't. I bet you will not figure out who this person is, because when I say, I have a lot of people that are close to me. So, but I'm just curious, because so if you got the Pisces wanting to always nurture and take care of, then you've got that Chiron Pisces like me, then you got Chiron Aries. I think it can become almost like a parent-child relationship, and that is not what it's supposed to be. So I'm really feeling this awful guilt, like it's like that kid that really wants to go somewhere, and there's no logic in it. There's absolutely no logic in that. The money, finally is being made and should be, I feel, contributed, because, I don't take breaks. If I go away, I usually have to work, and I just feel like it would be nice to really make things easier, and just for me, all year round. So, but I also know it's nice to take a vacation, but it's just like, what do I do? So I want to know, what do you think? What do you think? Okay, so let's put this in perspective. I've worked literally, I have worked the whole time that I have had a connection with this person, and this person has not worked the whole time, has only worked part of the time, and I have given in and went places because I feel like, yeah, it's important. And also, when I say given in, I mean it's literally me working, and it's me having to put the money I'm making towards it. And now this person is contributing, and I feel like it should be right just to save that money and not spend it. But If you say, I say this person is working, so in a way they deserve to have a vacation, but that would mean they're not working all the time. Is it right to just take off work when you don't work all the time? I mean, okay, am I old-fashioned or what? I really want to know. What do you think? What do you think? I would love to know what your opinion is, because this has literally caused a huge issue to the point where I have another person in my life who just came here, and it's like literally everything, like literally, like he's this other friend of mine, Skip, who he's a great friend. He's like literally getting bombarded with this blah, 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 all in his head. And I'm like, he's got Pisces and Chiron too. And it's like, wait a minute here. He's sensitive. He doesn't need to be overloaded. Can't we just like, I mean, do you have to always gossip to the people around me? And that happens all the time. Anybody I know, it's like Skip or like this person like has to like literally talk about things and complain. So okay, and I always say to other people, if I need to do something different, please don't be afraid to tell me, because I don't want to be a bad person. I want to be the best person I can be. So if I'm doing something wrong, please tell me. Now, sometimes people don't tell you things because they may see your way, although honestly, I didn't start throwing all the stuff out there because I just didn't. Why bombard people with this stuff? This is like something that should just be kept between, when you have issues with someone, keep it between you and those people. But I'm seeing some similarities now, that some things that have went on with other family members, and then someone close to me actually caught this person and taped them talking about me and said, that's not cool. You should not do that. That's really wrong for you to do that. And I always look at it like, well, maybe this person is just insecure and would rather, just, have people on their side because they feel insecure. And maybe I create that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But I went to a counselor, and the counselor said, that's a narcissist. That's a narcissistic person. And we can have narcissistic people in our life, whether it be friendships, relationships, all different type, even, employers. And what has happened is slowly people around me, I've found that stop coming around because they don't want to get bombarded with things. And I think that it really hits me and makes me feel bad. So I just want to know, like, what do you think a narcissist is? And I asked you some questions. I want to know, what do you think? What's the best way to deal with a situation like this? Because I just simply said, hey, I'm going to be straight up. Do not talk about me. Talk to my face. Maybe I'm an intimidating person. Could be. I mean, I'm open to knowing that. Am I an intimidating person? I actually feel very logical in my reasoning. So, yeah, I'm open to that. I would love to hear what your opinion is. And, yeah, we'll check in later. Thank you.